podcaster, entertainer, philosopher, comedian, Mike Usenick. Usenick Unleashed.
We just started recording now. Do not fall over.
Yeah. But dude, it's because I'm high.
Right, dude. So you was wanting to talk about RSO oil.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we can talk about anything. We'll go through,
Yeah,
like with
RSO.
Muck, we'll go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, Muck, he's great, man. That was crazy to have Muck sticky at the house in front of my plants, take pictures. But
He's such a good guy.
oh, he is. He's great, man. He's a great dude. Down to earth, you know. Reminds me a lot of myself. Only not. He's not quite as good at rapping as I am, but nah, but he's a great dude. Yeah, like I was saying, you know, I started on this journey pretty much. It was right around July 20th when I started posting pictures of my grow, because I had gotten fired from a job June 26th. Long story, basically gave me money. It's just a long story. Anyways, it was shitty, but I didn't get despaired about it or anything. I just I looked at it as the universe must have something better on the horizon. I didn't get upset, and I just pretty much let go of the steering wheel, because I evidently hadn't been doing no good at driving this bitch. But I just let the universe take over and started doing shit I like. Posting pictures of my grow. I've been growing for 30 years now. I started when I was 17. I just turned 47.
How long have you been doing it professionally, though?
I don't know that I am doing it professionally.
I mean, you're selling it, so it's somewhat professionally.
Well, you know, that's the THCA stuff. That's
true,
that's
but
allowed with the Farm Act. But and I don't do this all the time. This is really the only reason I did this today is this weekend is because it was so close to the house.
fair.
You know what I mean? It's a mile up the road from my house. You know what I mean? And my boy comes to these and he's like, "Yeah, go down." Yeah, I'll try it out.
Dude, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, it's a good time, man. I enjoy the music.
Been nice vibing with you.
It's real great, dude. And that's the whole thing. Like, I've been going to a bunch of festivals lately, but they're all mostly cannabis festivals.
Yeah.
You know, focused around cannabis. And I've met some big names in this. I've made connections in this industry in the last 2 months that probably takes people a lifetime to make. And I talk to top growers in the world on a daily. And it's all because, you know, I'm personable and I say, get out and meet strangers and talk to people. Everybody has a story, and about everybody has an interesting story. If you want to be in it or not, it's up to you. And you never know who the hell is going to change your life next. That's the way I look at it. So I talk to everybody and I try to help people out. And I made some RSO about a month ago now, and I give some to a cancer patient. And she called me 3 days later and said that she slept for the first time 2 nights all the way through since she'd been sick. And that just kind of changed everything for me, you know what I mean? It just kind of hit me, and I was like, oh, I think this is what I'm supposed to do. So...
But RSO has been proven. I knew a guy one time, he had cancer.
They say there's a lot of people that say, I'm not saying it cures cancer. I'm just saying there's people that claim they've cured it. I'm saying it's definitely definitely has medicinal purpose for more than one thing. Because pain, I give some to a friend of mine. He has bad back pain. I said, how was it? He said, well, my back didn't hurt and I slept like a baby, Doug. I said, well, it must work then. But when that cancer patient, you know, it's like, man, because, you know, I've had so many loved ones die. I can't watch loved ones shrivel up to nothing. Watched my father-in-law pass away a few years back. It was just, he was such a good dude. And I wish I'd have had it back then to help him.
Hey, man, I walked off with your lighter, man.
I'm
no lighter thief.
Much love, Mike.
Yeah.
It's all right.
But, yeah, I wish I was making it back then when he was sick. You know, I was growing and did get him some good ones. But he had a hard time smoking my weed because he said it's too strong for him. You know what I mean?
See, my dad's going through some treatments right now, but he won't do cannabis because he's a very lightweight. Like, even the smallest amount, he'll be out for days.
Yeah. And that's the thing. You know, that's what I try to tell people, too. When I give it to them, I said, now you got to start out. You know, they say a grain, the size of a grain of rice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But somebody like me, you know, I'm a pretty heavy cannabis user. It takes a lot for myself. Now, for the average person, it does not take much at all. And if you're having trouble sleeping, I mean, it's not just for cancer patients, but that's...
But it has had, and it's not scientific studies yet, but it has had a lot of people that are saying that it cured the cancer. I knew this one
definitely.
guy, he did that because he was only given so many months to live.
Yep.
So he did the RSO treatment. So he might have changed his diet too. That might have had something to do with it. But he cured it in like 6 months.
Yeah. See, like I said, this journey I'm on, like I said, I had like, from July 20th to now, I'm at like 1.5 million views, I think, and like right around 100,000 on the engagement.
Before we get too far, where can we find you?
Oh, yeah. My Facebook page is Meager Douglas Mark, and I hate it. It's like I go by Doug, of course, but I don't know. I'm old and I don't understand Facebook bullshit, and I got that blue check mark thing. It made me do that for some reason, or I thought it did, but whatever. It is what it is. But that's that, and then I think it's Doug Meager on Instagram, and I don't know, Dabbing Doug on Threads or some TikTok, maybe Dabbing Doug. I don't know. I'm just getting into that shit, My kids, they do that stuff, but I just post pictures of cannabis, and that's I love taking pictures of cannabis, and I got a girl that's working on putting together a book for me of all my pictures, because I take some pretty cool photos, man. I never showed you this one I took on the way. I got invited up to this thing called Sesso. I rode 830 miles on my motorcycle from here to the Upper Peninsula to a place called Republic in the Upper Peninsula. And it's Summer's End Smokeout, and a place called Elevated Exotics put it on. What a good time it was, dude.
Elevated Exotics rings a bell.
They're well known. They're well known exotic dispensary. They're up there at the Upper Peninsula. I'm not sure where their main place is. I think they might be maybe out west too, on the west coast. I'm not sure, but they do nice stuff. But that's the thing with this whole community. This goes along with the cannabis community. Like this group of people here, I would think it's about like those festivals, and it's just like the sense of community reminds me of when I was a kid, and we used to have firemen's festivals in the little towns, and everybody got together, and there was a sense of community. You don't have that sense of community now.
No, because everybody's competing.
It is. Instead of picking people up, they try to kick each other down.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to see people succeed. And I'm sorry, if somebody's succeeding, I'm going to lift that person up because they're fucking working to get there. Because you don't do it without hard work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like I've been pounding. I put on so many miles. I'm away from my family all the time trying to make this work because I said fuck the rat race. I'm never punching the time clock again. I consider myself a newborn, 2 months old, because I wasn't living before. This is living.
This is why I do, not to make it about me, but this is why I do the podcast, because it not only helps you promote, it helps me get out there. And if something goes viral or anything, we both get seen.
Yeah, and for sure. I'm down. Now the muck one might make you go viral. I'm hoping the muck stickers, because he told me to tag him and stuff. What a great guy.
I'm probably going to do like reels and stuff with it and stuff.
Yeah, great, man. He's a great guy.
But
man.
I don't do it though for that.
I don't either.
I do it just to chat.
That's like Joni Caliotis. I don't know if you know.
I love her.
Joni, yeah, she's great. I just met Joni not that long ago through some, she was posting on my pages, and some of her friends were my friends, and we got together, and I had Joni down right here. Look, there's Miss Joni.
I love her.
In front of my grill,
I've known her
she's
for a
such
little while.
A nice lady, man. But I give up Joni. Got some of that RSO.
She loves.
Right there's the RSO. Whoop, shit. There's all the muck stickers.
So what's your favorite strain as a grower? Do you have one?
I got a bunch of favorite strains. You know what I mean? I'm trying.
It's like babies. You're like, I
really
can't pick
is. One. It really is. It really is. I got so many good genetics right now at the house that I've gotten from some of the top people in the world, And it's just, I got so much stuff to run. Where do I start? You know what I mean? It's like, because it's all good. Some's better than others, but to me, it's all good. It all has a purpose, See,
I'm weird because mostly, not always, but mostly I have to veer towards like an indica.
Well,
because sativa, the way my ADHD brain works, it messes with my anxiety.
See, certain sativas do that with myself too. But I find myself, I still smoke them, and then I'll have to remove myself if I'm in a public situation. It happened to me when I went to Dayton to donate that RSO.
Well, you know how I view it is that's a part of you your body's trying to make you notice. So I meditate on it, and it actually helps a lot too.
And you know, I find myself anymore, like I downloaded this app, it's called Mesmerize.
I've heard of it.
It's really good. It's like visuals on your phone, and then it's like, they got one for like anxiety, motivation. I tell you what, I was doing that motivation one when I was still employed, and I tell you what, my motivation just went skyrocketed.
What does it do though? Just play a song?
It's like a trance almost. It's like it's hypnotizing you, and it's like a lady talking. Some of it's just sounds and music, frequencies. It's really, I tell you what, I'm a big believer in that you get back what you put out anymore, and the frequencies, because like I said, I've been putting good out, and I've not always been the best person. You know, I was a drug addict, you know. I've done every drug there is to do. I never showed up, but it doesn't matter. Drug addict's a drug addict. But I've been off the pills and the heroin and shit. Now
I'm proud of you for that.
Yeah, and a lot of it's because of cannabis and my wife, but and the kids.
And I've heard a reoccurring theme. The thing that's always been pushed is that cannabis is a gateway drug.
Yeah, alcohol's the gateway drug to me. I will tell you that. At least that was my gateway.
In my personal experience, most of my friends quit doing drugs because they started doing cannabis. Now, I'm not saying they didn't do cannabis previously, but it helped them.
I remember watching this thing a while back. It's been a long time ago, and it was about a rehab place that used cannabis to get people off of heroin and opiates. And it was so cool. And RSO, I used RSO when I was, because being dope sick, man, that's some hard shit. It's no wonder people, it's not for the faint of heart, man. It's why people can't get clean, because they try and they try and they try, and they get that dope sick, and they got to do something. And shit, you know what I mean?
And there's nothing the way.
Well, there's the Suboxone, but all that is you're trading one drug for another. The Suboxone withdrawals are worse than the fucking heroin withdrawals.
You're literally giving them the same drug to cure the problem with the drug.
It's money. It's money, because there's no treatment in the cure. There's money in treatment.
Yeah.
There's no money in the cure. There's money in treatment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's, you know, I was.
And if
paying,
you can just grow the cure, then why?
Yes, exactly. And that's what I want to do. And like I said, I was putting good out, and I got good back. You know, I had filed for some disability through the service. I was in the Army, and some stuff happened in boot camp, and I filed for it a year ago almost. And last week I found out it came through. So that was a blessing, man. You know what I mean? I look at it as me putting my good out and getting my good back. So, like I said, that cancellation, that changed everything for me. I want to open up a cannabis educational center to teach people how to grow and process their own medicine. Well, you know, I get people tell me all the time, well, I like this or this. I gotta go to the dispensary to get it. I was like, no, you don't. I can make whatever you can buy in that dispensary. I can make at my house, and I can show you how to do it, and you'll be making stuff better, and you can get it at the dispensary a lot cheaper.
And it's legal in the state to grow it and do it.
It is. It definitely is.
So why not?
And I'm allowed to teach people.
Yeah. As long as you're not selling the finished product.
Yeah, I grow for myself to smoke, and I like teaching. I want to teach people. I want to do veterans for sure, but for everybody, you know what I mean? There's that one picture I was telling you about.
Oh, nice. Cool? The sunset. The sun's right in the joint.
Yeah, I got so many on here.
That's so fucking fascinating.
Yeah, look at this one my wife looked at.
By the way, once you open that, that's beautiful. You have a lot of plants.
Yeah, well, I got 11 actually. I could have had one more. That's what everybody's like, you better watch out that many plants. It's like, what do you mean? Looks like you got 50 of them. I was like, no, because my big ones, you know, they look like there is 50 of them, but they're actually there's 5 plants in there. The ones that we got pictures, me and Muck Sticky was down, he was looking. Like I said, they're big plants.
The state law is weird because it says you can have, 3 big plants?
6. You can have 6 plants per 21-year-old, but no more than 12 per house.
Oh, they don't go by big or small plants?
No.
Because I know some states do.
No, it's just plants. It's not specified if it's big or small.
See, I didn't know much about the growth.
Because everybody grows differently, you know what I mean? You know, I put a seed in the ground, it might get 6 inches tall, you know, at least back in the day when I first started. You know, and that's another thing. I see these people with their first year growth, they're growing magnificent looking stuff. And I love seeing that because, you know, these guys, they have access to a lot more stuff than I did when I was starting out. You know, they can get on the internet and learn anything they want to learn like that. When I was learning, You didn't have that.
You just put a seed in the ground and hope for the best.
You had, hopefully, if you was lucky, which I was, I had, my uncle's the one that really got me growing. My Uncle Butch, he got me going, and it's crazy because now, hell, he got his clones. I gave him clones this year, you know what I mean? And he calls me for shit, but it's cool as hell.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and I just, when I first started growing, there's times I wouldn't get a joint off of a plant. And these people they're crying if they get a quarter ounce or a quarter pound in their first plant. Hell, that's fucking good, man. You guys ought to be happy.
I have to be careful nowadays because I used to do edibles. Them shits get stronger every minute.
That's what the one girl, I give her some edibles my wife made with some of my infused coconut oil. They were 24 milligrams a piece. She said she ate them yesterday. She said she was so high. She said she didn't even smoke anymore.
I was handed it was like it was like a no-bake cookie.
Oh, yep.
And that was pretty good.
See, that's the thing, like everybody's dispensaries. People need to realize the dispensaries, like, you might as well, it's like a Walmart, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a corporation. They're all big.
Some of them, there are local-owned dispensaries, but they have to go through the same loopholes.
There's not really.
When it comes to the actual weed itself.
When it comes to actual state
I get what you're
licensed
saying.
dispensaries. You got these smoke shops that can sell the THCA because of the farm bill being that it's less than 0.3% THC.
I get what you're saying because I know one that they're a local company, but they still have to go through the same.
Yeah.
They get the same product everybody else does.
But like a dispensary, you got 2 up in Wintersville here local. They're getting ready to put one in Bridgeport, which is Sunnyside, which is Cresco Labs, which is a big corporation. But we're a boy I know. He started. It's called Smoke Local. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Craft cannabis. There's so many good craft cannabis growers in Ohio, and that's what we're fighting for. Is for us to be able to grow our craft cannabis and make some money from it because we're good at it. We can do it better than they can, and that's why they don't want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you can do it better.
And we can do it cheaper.
Why don't they just hire a bunch of stoners to do it?
They do that, and then they take their knowledge and get rid of them.
Fucked up.
Yeah. I know several people it's happened to. Stole their knowledge, stole all their hard work, and kicked them to the curb, dude. That's why I say fuck the rat race, and that's why I got my shirts. I started shirts like this was my first one. Sweet dreams are made of green. You know what I mean? And I'm back to my disagree. Got one that says fuck the rat race. I got one says Doug's Dank Garden Heroes. Your hole is our goal. Because that's another thing. I consult on grows, and I've been around a bunch of places this year, and I'm gonna help a bunch of people out next year. I get calls, hey, I want to grow trees like you. So it's work, you know what I mean? If you're willing to put in the work, I'll help you. I'll help anybody that's willing to put in the work. And the processing that's what I really like, the processing, the making the bubble hash and then pressing the hash into the cold
like science.
It really is, and it's so fun. I really like it. And like I said, I won the Farmers Cup 2024 for OhioCannabis.com in Frazeysburg for best rosin in the state of Ohio, and won a really nice mint. Osborne Mint, I think they're out around Cincinnati.
Damn, dude.
Minted like this big coin, it's cool as fuck. It says first place, live rosin, it's cool.
Where was this at that you won this?
Frazeysburg for OhioCannabis.com, they put it on. Frazeysburg, it's up around Zanesville.
It's not too far from here.
No, it's not too far from here. It's a nice venue up there, place called the Crawford Barn. It's really nice. They got this big light display up there, like the Alice in Wonderland light display that was up there. It was cool as fuck.
That fucking killer, dude.
Oh, it was cool. It was real nice, man. It was nice.
I actually went to, not Alice in Wonderland related, but I drove through Kansas one time. And they had, the only thing I saw in Kansas was a Wizard of Oz museum. And I'm like, that's all you guys...
Upside down house or what?
Yeah, I don't know what it was. Yeah. But it was crazy, dude.
That's cool, man.
But hold on, I'm going to look at the time. Okay.
Yeah.
I was seeing what time everybody's going on.
Yeah. But like I said, man, it's been a crazy 2 months. It's like I said, it's been fun. And if anybody wants to look at my shirts, you can see them at Sweet Dream Tees. It's Sweet Dream.
Sweet Dream Tees.
TEES.bigcartel.com. Yeah, I got several different shirts on there. I got the one that says I'm a grower, not a shower. You got a pot plant on it. Yeah.
I'll have to check it out, dude.
Yeah,
I'll
man.
definitely get a shirt sometime.
Yeah, for sure, brother. But yeah, man, it's been a pleasure talking.
All right, I'll let you guys so you can go sell.
I'm going to go listen.
Yeah, I'm going to go party hardy.
Yeah, brother.
Live long, rock hard, guys.
Thanks, man.